Hey YouTube, this is Gracecar driver. Just want to show you something I've always wanted ever since I built the Miata and my little camper and started working on the Freebird. I've always wanted to get me a set of scales to weigh the cars. Those things are expensive, crazy expensive. But I watched Donut Media. They've got a video from a few years back, and they're DIYing alignments and stuff like that, showing how you can do it at home, cheap tools. And they're doing a race car, and so they're wanting to weigh it. Well, they buy some scales, and they've got the link to it. They buy some home scales, people scales, whatever you want to call it, and they're supposed to be around 700 pounds. I don't know, but the scale is just a kind of a rectangle platform. It's got the screen on it, and they show using it. And those scales, because they're made for people, you turn them on or whatever, or well, you don't turn them on. I think you just step on them and it lights up, you know, and calibrates or whatever, you know. And then when it levels out, then, you know, it shows that thing, and then it goes off, even if you stay standing on it. So they were using them. They put a little piece of board beside it so they could drive up on the car. So they had to just drive up on there and then get the weight pretty fast, and add it all up. Which, I mean, hey, that works. So I was like, hey, that might be my answer, instead of buying a $800, $900 or up set of scales for cars, because the Miata weighs 1,800. My little camper, I found out by using the scales I purchased, weighs 1,550. The Freebird, I haven't weighed it yet, but I'm going to with the scales I purchased. So I got online looking at the scales that they had, and those things were like $85 a piece. And I'm like, you know, with the issue of it not staying on by yourself, you know, you drive up on it, then you got to run around there and get all the things before it clears off, get all the weights. So I kept looking on Amazon, and I came across these. This is what I purchased. This is the Amazon Basics Digital Postal Scale, heavy duty with aluminum platform, 660 pound capacity, and it has the external I'm gonna show you. I've already took them out of the box. I didn't do a opening thing here, but I'm gonna show you. See, the box is empty, but I'm gonna show you what these guys look like. And because they just came in a box individually, I ended up going to Harbor Freight and buying one of their Apache boxes. And while I was in there, the cool thing was I was getting the box, and the guy says, hey, you getting those to put your guns in? And I'm like, no. I said, I've got a gun safe, and I have a smaller one of these that I can put, I've got a small one that I can put one pistol in. I've got a little bigger one. I don't remember the series of what they are. We bought one that we keep our GoPro stuff in. I've got one that we had a camera in. I've got one that's a little bigger that'll hold two pistols. But this one here is I'm going to show you. This is the Apache. Turn around here. The Apache 4800. I think it was like $60. Pretty good sized box. But like I say, he was asking me what I was using it for, and I said, no, I said, I'm buying this to put my scales in. He was like, scales? What kind of scales what do you have, what do you mean scales? I said, well, I bought a set of scales, or 4 of them, to weigh my car. He was like, really? He said, I've been wanting to get some. He said, I have a dragster. And he's like, I've been wanting to get me some. He said, man, that thing's expensive. And I said, yeah. He was like, yours didn't come with a box? I said, no, I bought cheap ones. He was like, what do you mean you bought cheap ones? So I go to telling him, you know, about the Donut Media video I watched, and you know what I came up with. And he's like, so how much does your car weigh? And I said, well, my car weighs 1,800 pounds. You know, my little Miata. And he's like, man, he said, my dragster is supposed to weigh about 1,500 pounds. I was like, well, these will work great for you. I was like, look them up. They're on Amazon. So, let me open up this box. I'll show you what these scales look like. The little platform is like 12 by 12. Pull this out of here. They work great in this box. I stack them. You know, you tear out your extra excess that you don't want. But these things, like I say, they've got this cord on them. And when I bought them, it don't really say in the description, or I didn't see it in the description, exactly how all this stuff works. But this is the control part. It's got a little metal bracket on the back that you can tilt it, raise it up, all that kind of stuff. That's for a power cord right there that you can USB power cord, or right here on the back it holds 2 AAA batteries in there. Okay, so when I hooked them up, and I didn't know exactly how it was going to work, so the first thing, let's see if I can change this around a little bit like that. The first thing that I weighed was my little camper, because I had people asking about it, how much did it weigh. So I brought the camper in. I set up 2 scales in the back. I jacked up the back of the camper. I slid those under it, and I let it down. And the only thing about these scales is it has an on and off. It has a mode that you can weigh pounds or kilograms. And it has tare, so you can put you can hit that thing and zero it out. What I found out is you need it to be on. The scale needs to be on, zeroed out. So you put the scale on, you zero it out, and then you put your weight on it. Hang on a second.